Well, hey there, YouTube. JT Serenity Farms prepping here. So, by now, everybody should have heard about the Colonial Pipeline cyber attack. I got an issue with it. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I don't know why. I'm blaming the Biden administration. Oh, their fingerprints won't be on the actual pipeline. But I bet you they're involved. He shut down the Keystone Pipeline the first day, costing tens of thousands of jobs, causing the United States to become dependent on our enemies for fuel, gas prices, fuel prices, home heating prices, food prices, as a result of his socialist, dictatorial, anti-American actions. Prices have skyrocketed in all those areas, all by intent. So why wouldn't it be logical that somehow, some way, the Biden regime is responsible for the Colonial Pipeline cyber attack? Like I said, their individual fingerprints won't be on the computer keyboard, but they have friends in very low places, as we know. And I will bet you they're involved, because they've already said they're going to take away our gas guzzling pickup trucks. They want America carbon emissions reduced by 2030, while John Kerry has, 5 homes, 2 yachts, 12 cars, a very ugly wife. You know, they're hypocrites. They're not going to live by the rules that they want to enforce on you and me. All right, but we know it's not about climate change. So, Colonial released a statement a few hours ago, that they hope to be back online by the end of the week. This pipeline starts in Texas and up to New Jersey, the entire eastern seaboard. Lots of people will be affected. Now, country folk are affected much more than city folk. Why? Well, city folk pretty much don't do anything that requires gasoline. Or at least they think they don't. Country folk, okay, I have my truck, I have my car. Most city folk don't own a vehicle. They take mass transit supplied by electric, not gas. All right, I have a lawnmower. City folks don't have lawns. I have a tractor that requires diesel. That's a fuel that comes from oil production, just like everything else we use. Okay, now this pipeline did fuel and jet fuel as well. I will probably never fly again anyway, because of their socialist, communist, stupid ass rules. But that's here nor there. All right, so I have a wood splitter because I burn wood as my source of heat. I have a furnace in my generator and a wood stove in my generator. City folks have none of this stuff. They probably won't be inconvenienced unless the taxi or the Uber raise their prices a little bit because they're going to be paying more in fuel costs, potentially. If this is only shut down for another couple days, if there are rises in prices, it's likely gouging and not due to a shortage. But apparently that was like 2.5 million barrels a day flow through that pipeline. So, my gas prices, I went and filled up the day I heard it happen. It was $2.95 for my gasoline for my truck and $3.09 for my diesel. It was a $100 day. I filled up all my 3 diesel cans, my 2 gas cans, and my truck. It was time to practice what I preach because you don't know if the prices were going to go up. It was a little country store. I pay a couple cents more for stopping there, but it works out. If I drive all the way into the city to save 5 cents, I spend that much in gas going to there and back rather than just stopping at the store 3.5 miles from my house. So I went and filled up all the cans that I have because I use a piece of equipment requiring gas or diesel, which is just my tractor, every day. City folk don't have to worry about those things. And it also doesn't get as cold where they live during the winter, but it's not winter now. But had that been the situation. Okay, I have a stockpile. I rotate my fuels because they do only last so long, as many of you know. We can treat them, but they still only last so long. And it doesn't matter how much we have stockpiled. 1, takes up a lot of space. 2, it's expensive. And 3, if a shutdown is a long time, eventually you're gonna run out. There's just no way around it. So we do what we can. We take advantage of a situation when we can go refill our tanks, and we do it because it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I get enough wood split up. I'm almost set for next winter already, and within a week or 2 I'll be working on the following winter's wood supply. That will at least keep me from freezing to death. But I hope all of you took this as a wake-up call of sorts. I don't trust the Biden administration 1 inch. I believe they were probably involved in this. They'll probably come out and say that it was Russia. But I'm not going to put anything past them. So that was just my thoughts and opinions on the Colonial Pipeline cyber attack shutdown. They haven't given us any information as to who they think is responsible, which means that they're either dreaming up a scheme to lay out to the people, or they're clueless, or both. But stay prepared, folks. Like, share, subscribe, comment, notification bell. But for now, JT, signing off.